Hi all, this video tutorial will be focusing on how to develop Struct2 web application uh, with XML configuration, and in a second part of the tutorial will be looking at how to develop a Struct2 MVC web application without using XML configuration, which means using uh, Struct2 convention plugin. To follow this tutorial, you need Java 1.6 and Eclipse IDE for web developers, and it is better if you have empty Eclipse plugin installed on your Eclipse instance and Maven automated build environment Apache Tomcat 6. Okay, I'm going to create a new web application. First, you need to start your Eclipse instance. I have start my Eclipse instance already, and I have created installed M2 Eclipse plugin on my Eclipse instance. So if you haven't installed M2 Eclipse, so just uh, go to help and install new software, and here you need to provide location for the M2 Eclipse source code. Here in this site you will be able to find the URL for M2 Eclipse instance and copy that URL here, and it will just install it on your Eclipse instance. And now we need to create a web application. First click file new, then go to other, and when you have installed M2 Eclipse instance, there will be Maven uh, option. This Maven option will be available on new project wizard, and select Maven project and click next, and I just select use default workspace location, and here I like to give artifact ID to be Maven archetype web app. So I select this archetype, and it is just a structure for the project. I can call it as a template, and I like to give group ID to be com dot example 1 struct. I like to give artifact ID to be struct to example, and I just leave version to be 0.0.1 snapshot, and package will be like I just remove the artifact ID from the package name and click finish. Let's have a look at the project we just created. It is a struct2 example, and here is the POM file for this project. And as you can remember, we mentioned at the when we created this project the project archetype to be Maven archetype web app. So this is the structure of that archetype. Basically, archetype means layout. So different project web applications different projects can be created through one layout. So we used Maven archetype web app, and this is the structure for that archetype. So let's have a look at this POM file. So com.example, this is the group ID we gave, and struct2 example artifact ID, it is basically the name of our project. And packaging, it is we need var packaging because this is a web application, and as you can remember, we left our version to be a default version number that Eclipse suggested. And basically a POM file is the definition of your web application. If you can separate your source code and POM file, so when we look at POM file from that angle, we can define POM file in such a way that it give life to our source. Our source without POM file cannot work. So POM file define what are the dependencies to be used when running this application, and what compiler to be used when compiling this application, and it also can be used to define what IDE to be used when developing this application. So there are a lot of these configuration options can be defined using this um, POM file, and a few of them will be used under this project. uh, so so now we are going to tell Maven that we are going to use Java 1.6 to build this application, and we use Eclipse IDE to build this to develop this application. So to do that, we need to add two plugins to our application. So what I am going to do is right click on my project, and here you can see there is a Maven option available under drop down menu, and select add plugin option. Here type Maven Eclipse plugin, and select it and click OK. Here you can see this is our POM file for this project, and it has added new plugin Maven Eclipse plugin, and let's add other plugin. It is Maven compiler plugin. Here again I am going to Maven and add plugin Maven Eclipse add compiler plugin. Click OK, and here you can see it has added plugin for Maven compiler. So but the default version given for these two plugins are not the one we are looking for. So we need to change this um, configuration and version to the ones we want. So I'm going to copy that configuration from one of my other project. Only these two plugin configurations, and save it. Here for Maven Eclipse plugin, I use WTP version 1.5 configuration, and for Maven compiler plugin I use 1.6. So now when we are done with adding these dependencies plugins to our POM file, we need to run Maven compile or Maven clean install or one of these commands. Then it will download these dependencies to your Maven repository. So if you have installed Maven on your system, then you can use command prompt to execute Maven install or Maven compile or any other command. So I am just typing Maven command on my command prompt, and it will display all the commands that are available for Maven. But because I am not that familiar with using Windows command prompt, I am going to use git bash because I am familiar with Linux shell. So first I have to change to the directory where this project is located. So our project name is Struct2 example, as you can see here. Change to that directory. Okay, now let's run Maven clean install. command will download relevant dependencies to your project, uh, and at the end of and after downloading this dependency, it will compile your project, and it says build successful. Now we need to uh, bring this configuration back to Eclipse IDE. For that, what we do is we run Maven eclipse command. Okay, now let's move back to our Eclipse IDE, and here is our project, and right click on your project and click refresh. Okay, here we go.